Welcome to episode 12 of Matt and Scott Pick Barbra. And what we've been doing for the last couple of weeks is picking 5 albums. But today we're only picking 4 because we're going to spend that extra time showing you, the home viewer, the actual book. But before I do that, I feel like Ryan Seacrest. Have the excitement and then go to commercial. Let's introduce Matt to the show. How are you, Matt?
I'm good. I'm glad to be placed before the commercial break. Thank you.
How do you feel about showing everyone the book?
Well, I wish I could see it in person as well, but I have to say, when you showed it to me the other day, even on video, it looks pretty darn good. I'm very, very impressed. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
And I want to settle everyone down. We don't have the books. I want to make that very clear. So
we have one book.
So for everyone who wondered, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Barbra Streisand, the music, the albums, the singles by Matt Howe, forward by Jay Landers. Look at this. We've got a spine. We've got a back. I love this.
The back cover's good. It looks great. I mean,
tell me about this picture.
It's when she was recording We Are the World, Haiti, the remake of the famous song. And she had one line, I think after Justin Bieber or around there. And that's her in the recording studio. I think they recorded her in 3D too. I think Paul Haggis, the director, did the music video and he did it in 3D, although I've never seen it in 3D. But anyway, our back cover is not in 3D.
Yeah, that would be something. Just give me an album.
Love Is the Answer.
All right, Love Is the Answer. So then we would, of course, go to the 2000s. And you can see every time you get to a section.
The photo looks great.
Yeah.
The blacks, very, very nice blacks, I have to say.
Yeah, I mean, it really does
deep,
look good. The last album in 2000. So here is Love Is the Answer.
So every page for every album has a front cover and a back cover, as you can see, as from this example. Oh, it looks good. Oh my God. Did I write that?
You certainly did, my friend. You did. So we've got the title over here. We've got the cover. We've got credits. We've got, what are these? I forget. They're catalog numbers.
Catalog numbers.
Yeah. And then album tracks. This one has a bonus and the back cover. That is for every album she ever did. Then on this page, what's this page?
This is just me writing about the genesis of the album, how Diana Krall got involved. How they recorded the album. I mean, that one was recorded with the quartet versions and then orchestra added later. Look at that great photo of Barbra.
And then we have Matt on Love Is the Answer. So what we did, which I thought, you know, when this all started, Matt was like, I don't want to be critical, and, you know, critical in the positive sense, not the negative. So to separate that, the first part is all fact-based. You know, it's interviews, it's fact. Matt on is where you get to give your opinion, more than just picking your favorite song. I mean, how would you say you approach the Matt on section?
It's everything from my opinion to my memories, especially some of the albums that we're going to get into today. I mean, I was around for some of these, you know, when they came out, and I have specific memories of being involved in the release. You know, you and I talk about, you know, did we buy the CD? Did we buy the cassette? I mean, just memories like that. It's all conversational and lovely.
So here we have Signature Streisand, The Way We Were. Tell us what the Signature Streisand series is throughout the book.
So there's 12 or 14 Streisand signature songs. I forget the exact number, but I do a deep dive into her most famous songs, like The Way We Were, People, Evergreen, Enough Is Enough with Donna Summer. And I give a little bit of background on each of the songs. I mean, anything from how it was recorded to alternate versions. I mean, I think I list all the different versions of people that she's ever recorded over the years. So
That's one of my favorite things. And then the other continuing series is Streisand collaborators. Here's the great Jay Landers, who just amazingly wrote the foreword to the book, but this is not his foreword. What is this?
Well, Jay is considered one of the Streisand collaborators that I highlight throughout the book. And there's other Streisand collaborators like Harold Arlen, the arranger conductor Peter Matz, the amazing Bill Ross, Richard J. Alexander, Marty Ehrlichman, her longtime manager. So these all receive a special blue page in which I describe their work with Barbra over the years and their importance in her career, because they were all very, very important people.
And if I was going to show one album page, what album would I show?
The Broadway album, I'm going to guess.
I almost
Am
wore
I
my
far
Broadway
off?
album t-shirt. So again, we're going to have that beautiful cover, her best cover of all time, and back cover again. And you know, there's many pages on the Broadway album. Some, you know, some have just one page and some have 6. I mean, we sort of, whatever you came up with, it had to fit. That was the thing, it had to fit. So that was part of it. But I mean, you can see this is a beautiful book.
It looks good, Scott. It looks good.
It really does. I had high hopes for this, and I'm not just saying this. I am really, I mean, I'm a hard person to please when these things print, because it's just in my nature to go, coulda. It's better than I thought. It truly came out better than I expected.
Good.
I can't imagine someone being disappointed in this, but I'm sure we'll have Amazon comments to prove us wrong. So the rest of them are on the way. It just takes a while. It could show up any day. And as I said, this is not print on demand. We did a full print of this. That's how you can see its color. I would be ordering this. That's all I can say. I think these are going to, like, it's going to be, everyone's like, oh, we got time. I have a feeling these are going to sell out. You know, our distributor is starting to like wake up and contact us. And you just worked on sprucing up our Amazon page, because the distributor was like, oh, we need more content. So, you know, by the time this episode posts, hopefully we'll have the A+ publishing from the publisher stuff as well.
I also looked at my local, I live in Asheville, North Carolina. I also looked at my local fabulous bookstore, Malaprops, about appearing and maybe doing a local authors evening with the book. So, you know, more on that later. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a big deal. All I can say, if you pre-order from us, you are guaranteed a copy. They're going to come to me before they go anywhere.
Well, the release date is April 24th, 2023. Correct. And like Scott said, if they arrive from China earlier, if you pre-ordered, he'll ship them. But you guys know about supply chain. You guys have been reading about that. So let's see what happens. But definitely April 24th is the release date, which is just around the corner.
I know, yeah, it's coming. And we will.
Something good. Something's coming. Something good.
You know it. Follow Matt on Twitter. I'm on Twitter as Scott Luck Story. You know, when I get the books, I'll be taking pictures and letting everyone know. We'll keep you posted through there. I also am pretty active in the Barbra Facebook group, so we have that. But we have business to do, and you know what? Watch to the end of this episode, because I'm going to show a thing I own about Barbra that I'm an idiot. I should have shown a couple episodes ago, but I've never even shown this to Matt. It's a pretty cool thing. That's how I'm ending this episode. I am so Ryan Seacrest today. We are starting with one. What am I doing? I should be using the book now. Why am I right? I should be going.
If you want to, I mean,
book. I guess maybe I'm showing too much of the book.
Don't give away the farm now.
You're right. We'll just show one night only on this. Isn't it fun to watch someone look through a book? I'm just going to show the one page. So there's the one night only page. That's what we're up to.
Live at the Village Vanguard.
produced by the wonderful Richard J. Alexander and Scott
Lockmus.
Lockmus. Was he? Did
Yeah,
he? I
he
don't.
directed. He directed the video.
Oh, and the video is so good. Matt, tell us a little bit about One Night Only.
Well, this was a promotion for her album Love Is the Answer, and there was a sort of a sweepstakes where about 100 of her fans won a ticket to see her perform one night only at the Village Vanguard, which is really the only venue left that resembles some of the early places she performed in Manhattan, like the Bonsoir or the Lion. Of course, you know, they aren't around anymore. So yeah, it was a really small, the Village Vanguard is mostly known as a jazz space, but Barbra sang there one night only with a quartet of musicians, including the amazing Tamir Hendelman on piano. And what a show.
Did you try for the contest? I did. I put my name in. Did you enter?
I did. It's a
I did
long
too.
story that some of the fans know about, but we won't go into that right now. But no, we do have the video. Actually, and I said, I think one of the last shows, I said there's only one Blu-ray of her live in concert, and I was wrong. There's actually two. This is one of them. It's a great Blu-ray. But of course, it's such an intimate venue. I mean, you know, the camera is like just right up there.
But mine came with a DVD. So you're saying there's a Blu-ray as well?
Yes, sir.
I wonder.
There's the CD was a CD DVD combo, but
Right.
there's also a Blu-ray which I own. And I think that if you buy it online, like at Apple or whatever, that, you know, it's an HD file. So anyway.
I'll have to check what I know. I have it downloaded. I'll have to see what I have.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of funny on this one. My feeling about this, I don't listen to this CD very much, but I love the DVD because it's Barbra talking that is so fun. I feel like this is like her greatest interview ever. Like she really shares things. This is a fun Barbra. I like to watch this more than I like to listen to the CD.
I completely agree. I hardly ever listen to it. I don't think she's in the best of voice, not to be critical, but again, if you just watch the video, it's so much fun, and she's certainly chatty. She's a chatty Cathy.
Yeah.
She talks through all the you know, the interludes on the piano. I mean, it's just a lot of fun, and just to see, you know, President Clinton and Nicole Kidman and Sarah Jessica Parker on the front row, and the late Sandy Gallen, who was her friend and manager for a brief minute. He's in the front row with Sarah Jessica. Anyway,
I think Richard J. did a great job picking songs for this venue. You know, I'm sure he did it in context with the others, but you know, when we had him on the show, he really went through working on the different concerts, and I love this set list. It's real, and that's why I like to watch it. It's like you want to feel like you're there.
Well, and the fact that she does Bewitched and Nobody's Heart Belongs to Me, I mean, just, yeah, this is fun. But again, like you said, I don't put it on to listen to. I watch it.
Yeah, me too. Because you just want to hear. It's more fun to hear. My pick for this is Nobody's Heart Belongs to Me. I just never thought we would hear her sing that now. It was always one that I liked from her early career, and hearing her as a seasoned veteran as a performer, there's something about that version that I usually put that on my playlist when I want to hear that song. So that's my pick from this one.
Lovely. That one, you can never go wrong with that. I love that she's never recorded it with an orchestra, that it's always like a piano intimate kind of thing. I love that. But I picked, so whenever I do go to this album, I love the live version of Gentle Rain. And it's just, she says, you know, I haven't sung in, you know, since January, you know, and she just sounds so easy and loose. And she does let the interlude, the piano interlude, play without talking too much over it. So it's just a nice sexy bossa nova moment with Barbra. I love it. Gentle rain, like the gentle rain.
Yeah, it really is good. And as we said in the last episode, both of us are big fans of Love Is the Answer. And this gives
Yeah,
you another version of a lot of those songs. But I do
for
like the
sure.
set list outside of what she's promoting from Love Is the Answer as well. This next
Hmm.
album, we also talked a little bit about on the last episode, which is What Matters Most. The Barbra Streisand sings the lyrics of Alan and Marilyn Bergman. This was kind of a no-brainer of an album. It's kind of funny it took this long to happen, huh?
She's even saved some better songs for encore, like 50%. And I mean, I love the set list here, or the list of songs that she included. And there's some on there that I've never heard before. So now I know them. Now I'm familiar and I love them. But some of them were like, oh, wow. And also just to hear her cover "Windmills of My Mind," of your mind, the windmills of your mind, uh, is just a brilliant stroke of choices.
Is that your pick?
Nope.
All right, what do you got?
I will never stop listening ever to "I'll Never Say Goodbye," written by David Shire. God, I wish she would have performed this live. I would have just cried myself and cried in my seat. "I'll Never Say Goodbye." I want to direct everybody's attention to the Music Cares Blu-ray or DVD, in which she sings "The Windmills of Your Mind," an amazing job, and then finishes her set with "I'll Never Say Goodbye." And at the very end, she hits that long note, "Goodbye." And Marty Ehrlichman stands up from the table and says, "That's it." I mean, she is Juliet on the balcony, emoting to Romeo in this song. This is Barbra at her best. This song is so amazing. And God, so rangy. I mean, maybe that's why she doesn't sing it live. Hard song to sing. I mean, it's got love you. I mean, it's quite rangy and belty, and it's definitely like a beginning to end acting song. Oh, I love "I'll Never Say Goodbye."
So I feel like, I mean, I've been on every show with you. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been here every week. Every time you've been here, I've been here.
It's
I
true.
feel like this is your most passionate pick that you've really laid out. Now, would you say, is this in one of your top, would this be in your top 5?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
you
is
really,
this is this is an amazing song. This is an amazing song. And at her age and at her point in her career, and yeah. And again, watch Music Cares. You can see her act it. Oh, it's so amazing.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't know about this Music Cares. I've never seen it. I don't even know about it.
Music Cares, it's got some misses for me, but it's got some hits like Seal singing the Guilty songs, and um oh my God, I mean, it's different artists. I mean, it's really what her Kennedy Center should have been, frankly. But it's got some amazing artists singing her songs, and she's sitting at a table with the Bergmans and Marty and her husband watching this whole thing. But at the end, she gets up and she's in this gorgeous black lace dress. Her skin is fantastic. There lots of close-ups, and it's an edited version of the show. She did sing some more songs, but she sings "Windmills of Your Mind." Gotta keep getting that title wrong. "Windmills of Your Mind" and "I'll Never Say Goodbye." You just have to see it. It's incredible.
I'm gonna be on it right away. I remember the event. I don't know why. I don't know. I can't say. Oh, so my pick
Yeah.
is What Matters Most. So
Mm.
as a little kid, like I was way too young to watch it. I watched The Champ,
Oh
and I think it
God.
was the first movie as a little kid where a character died. And I mean, when Ricky Schroeder
Spoilers.
It's 50 years old. What do I have to hide the end of Casablanca? What? She gets on the plane? I mean, I just cried. And then I had this record that I still have and I love, and it's Dave Grusin's Grusin's all his movie scores, and it's all on
Yeah.
piano. It's a great album. I think it's called like Cinematech or something. I don't know. And it has that theme, and I've loved that theme. Then I get this album, and there's lyrics to it, and it's freaking beautiful. And so that is my favorite. It just, speaks to me as a kid, and I've always loved that tune. It's a beautiful tune, but the Bergman's lyrics are so nice about this idea that it didn't matter how long we loved. It just mattered that we do. And
that we loved it all.
Yeah. And that's a really, really good sentiment. But let's, you just on the last album, you said, oh, maybe her voice isn't the best or whatever. I listened to this morning before we did this, just because it had been a while since I listened to it start to finish. She's in great shape on this album.
It's a passion project, and you can hear it.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
She's amazing.
In the last episode, you said people should pull guilty pleasures out and do a listen. I'm going to say pull this one out and do a listen. If it's been a while or you kind of ignored it and thought, is it just You Don't Bring Me Flowers again? Like, no, it's not. She hasn't sung these before. It's good.
And also, let's just talk about the orchestra. It's one of her last albums, not that she hasn't sung with an orchestra since, but it's one of her last albums that's completely orchestrated, from track one to track whatever. Beautiful, beautiful orchestrations, mostly by William Ross, although there's some other arranger conductors in there, but the great William Ross contributes greatly to this album.
Yes, it's really, really good. And that being said, I like this one even more. This one blew me away when it came out.
First of all, isn't that an amazing cover? I love that cover.
It is. And I love that I can hold up a vinyl anytime. Hey, by the way, our show makes waves in the world. I have seen when Jay Landers was our guest 3 weeks ago, he said that he has had a meeting about getting these vinyls out. I have seen that all over Facebook posted. They're not talking about you and me at all. It's just people saying, I heard this is coming out next week. And I just want to say, Jay did not say things were coming soon. He said he had a meeting about it. It'd be nice if we could get Jay back on the show and just get a little follow-up to that. But I like that people are excited for it.
Something's coming. Something good.
Maybe, but Release Me. And there's a young man's name on this that pops out to me.
Yeah.
Research or something.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh,
I was Jay Landers used to call me from the vaults. And it was sort of my Barbra Streisand dream come true. And so I helped. I mean, I in my way, I helped in my small way. In other words, he was looking for instance, Didn't We? And I said, well, Jay, she recorded it for an album called The Singer, which she never finished. So if you're looking in the vaults, maybe start with anything labeled The Singer. And he found it. And they only did a few takes of it. And of course, one of those takes is on this album. But that was my my contribution to Release Me, is I just sort of directed Jay to find these really rare recordings.
And I'm so glad you did, because Didn't We is a great one. I mean, that whole album is spectacular. And I don't know what you're going to pick off this one. So I'm kind of excited to find out. I love hearing your picks. So what are you picking from Release Me?
I mean, I have a lot of favorites on this album. I love this album so much. I listen to it all the time. But if you want to talk about a track, Jay played it for me before this album ever came out. When he first contacted me and said, I'm going to need your help finding this stuff, he played it for me over the phone. And I remember saying to him, Well, that's a winner. And the song is Being Good Isn't Good Enough. The opening song. That's my pick. My God. Oh my God. I mean, that vocal, that soaring in her voice. When she sang it live in concert, that year, she lowered the key, but to hear it in this key is just amazing. And it's Peter Matt. My God, it's a great, great song. I can't believe they left it off the album. My God.
Well, this doesn't happen very often. I think this is only our third time, and our first time, well, we could almost say this is a greatest hits. I don't think we've ever picked from a studio album the same song, but I'm sorry, I don't see how every single human wouldn't pick Being Good Isn't Good Enough as the greatest song off this album, just
pretty
because
darn
it
good.
honestly is that good. It's almost one of those like the Yentl medley that we had to say, okay, we're not going to pick that because it's so good. But anyway, I agree with you. It is spectacular. It is so, I feel like if I was going to write a biography on Barbra, I would build my book around this song, because to me it sums up everything about her, that this wasn't good enough to go on the Broadway album. And it's so good because Being Good Isn't good enough. And it
Isn't
just
that
sums up
ironic?
her career. I mean, but I listen to it all the time. It's a good hype song. It's a good pump you up. And if you're going to try something, try for the best. I mean, I really was thinking, how is he not going to pick that? But that's why I was curious. Good pick. For once, you were right.
I'm glad you approve. Thank you. And now, Ryan Seacrest, take us to a commercial.
Yeah. So instead, I'll take you back to Brooklyn. This one is also a CD and a DVD. We get both on here. Again, the set list is incredible. Lots of wonderful songs here. Oh, I got caught up in reading the song list. I was like, oh, that's pretty good.
Were you mesmerized for a moment?
I really was.
So.
I was like, oh my goodness, it's time to watch this again.
This is one I put on often. We talked about this a couple times ago. I do watch 2006 a lot, but this is another one that I watch a lot. I mean, can I just say, without picking my favorite yet, the opening set list before the Il Volo guys come on is the most perfect Streisand mini concert. I mean, she could have left the stage at that point, and I would have just been like, here's my money. I mean, As If We Never Said Goodbye, with the Brooklyn lyrics, Nice and Easy That Face, The Way He Makes Me Feel, Bewitched, Didn't We? I mean, done. Perfection.
Yeah, I mean, weren't you just shocked that she did The Way He Makes Me Feel? Because there'd been so many concerts and she just wasn't doing it. And I always wondered why, because that's a great Yentl song.
Well, she always chose Papa, which is, a beloved song. Listen, I mean, I write more about it in the book. I won't go into it today because we tend to get really chatty and these things get long. I think people don't want to sit more than an hour. Anyway, but I attended the friends and family dress rehearsal in Pennsylvania for this show. I was invited and I went, and there was about 500 or 800 of us. And, they assembled her set in this university performance space with all the lighting and everything. And of course, all the orchestra, William Ross. And they opened the doors, and I was with Donna McKechnie, who is Cassie from the original chorus line. It was with her and her manager. And I said, Donna, I'll get us seats. How close do you want to be? I ran in and I grabbed 4. It was me, my partner, Donna, and her manager. 4 seats, like 3rd row center. Oh, this show was so good. And Richard J was there, and they had some the kabuki curtain that drops. People may not even remember because I think they cut the kabuki curtain after a certain number of shows, but the kabuki curtain wouldn't drop. And Richard was like, oh, well, that's what you get. It's a rehearsal. It worked yesterday. I mean, this was just so special, so special. I love this show. I have so many memories, and I saw it in Pennsylvania for the dress rehearsal. I saw it opening night in Pennsylvania. I saw it in Brooklyn, both shows, which were taped for this album and for the TV show. I think I saw it in Europe too. Anyway, sorry, I went off on a tangent there.
No. I mean, that's great for everyone to get to hear that. My pick for this one is Lost Inside of You, because I know I've picked it on other albums, but again, this was a song that she really hadn't done from Star Is Born. And I kept thinking like, why? It's such a good one. So I was shocked when she sang it and was excited. Another great pick. So since you saw it so many times, what are you picking?
The way he makes me feel.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. And when she comes back from the musical interlude and she's like, oh, why? Oh my God. I melt. I mean, I love this song more than Papa. So to hear her sing it live, just, it's just beautiful. She's in such great voice too. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
But you know, second, that runners up, is Some Other Time. I mean, I would sit there. I mean, I'm telling you, I saw this show like 4 or 5 or 6 times. I would just weep when she would get to Some Other Time and just hold it. And just, I mean, I would just, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, it is a great set list, and that is a great closer for her. There's no doubt about it. So you want to order this book and get stuff like this and get coverage of the album. We've got the book here. I don't know, maybe in the next episode, Matt will be holding this book up. Maybe I will. Depends if we get stuff. So go to Tucker DS Press. You're not going to want to miss the next episode because we're working on something that could make it extra special. Now I got to show you what I have. What about this?
My God. The frame can't even take it all in. What's
humongous.
What's the material? It looks like it's vinyl or something.
It is, and if you put light behind it, she lights up.
No.
Yeah, you have
so
to.
So that was like one of those Subway ads or something, right?
It was in Best Buy.
Oh, wow.
So if you remember, Best Buy used to have huge things. I mean, this thing is humongous. Okay, as you can see, it's I don't know, maybe 4 feet by 4 feet. They had it at Best Buy, and I knew the assistant manager there, and I just begged for it. I've never been allowed to hang it up, but I'm not getting rid of it. But I have a huge, and I'm like, why didn't I bring that out on our concert episode? But every day is a good day to talk about the concert.
I'm glad to see it. That's amazing. It's huge.
Yeah, it is. I mean, what can you do with it? I don't know. But I wanted to share because I figured our viewers, they're dying for that kind of stuff. All right, well, we will see you next week. We thank you for all your pre-orders. We thank you for the support. We thank everyone for sharing these. Like, everyone is so nice in the Barbra group. We love your comments. We appreciate your positivity, and we
thank you. Thank you, Paul Murray. He DM'd me about how he shares it in the Facebook group too. So thank you, Paul. That's awesome.
Definitely. And Barbra's Facebook group or Facebook page shared one of our episodes too. So we are very lucky. Woo. We thank everyone for all the help. It means the world to us.